Hello and welcome to the SE25 cast. Today we assess the 2-0 defeat by Liverpool, talk about what to expect from the new boys, and Neocast, well, wait and see. Welcome everybody to the SE25 cast. This is in the wake of the 2-0 loss to Liverpool. Today with me I have Jamabi and Neocast. Say hello, Neocast.
Hey.
And you, Jamabi.
Hello, I'm behaving tonight, so no drink for me. Actually, I did have 2 pints, but I'm alright.
Oh, that's basically like
that's no drink for Jamabi.
He's completely sober. Right, first things first. I'd like one word replies from both of you in turn. Was it a penalty, Neocast?
Yes.
Was it a penalty, Jamabi?
Maybe. I'm not going to say no.
That's not a... Okay, I mean...
Well, maybe it is technically one word.
All right, how about this? Was it a red card, Neocast?
I need more than one word to explain the depth of that challenge.
You're fucking terrible at this. Jamabi, was it a red card?
I'm going to say maybe again, because I only just watched it once, so I didn't
out
really
of
see
4
it.
questions asked, you had one straight answer.
And that was me, so I'm still in the positive.
All right, why was it a or not a red card, Neocast?
I think, given the camera view we got very late on, it should have been a yellow because Salah kicks the ball forward, there's no chance of him getting it, and then Aaron brings him down, and if he doesn't have a chance for the ball, it's a yellow and a free kick. However, given the view we were given, and that was 20 minutes after the incident, and every view before then made it look like a clear red card, I can see why it was given as a red card, because there's no chance in hell the ref seeing that without VAR. No, that's a completely other issue, is I think VAR needs to be implemented.
How about you, Jamabi? I mean, you expressed some doubt over the penalty as well as a red card, so what do you make of it?
Obviously, when I was at the game, I basically just scrambled for my phone to go on the Discord to see what you guys thought, because obviously it's like so far on the other side of the pitch, it's impossible to call it. But I did watch it as soon as I got in, and I don't know, it's just one of them. I'd say it ain't, just because the ref was a dickhead the whole game anyway, so we'll just go with that. So yeah, I don't know. It didn't.
Was it a penalty? Maybe. Was it red card? Maybe. Was a ref a wanker? Yes,
definitely.
Right,
Maybe
right.
clearing everything up.
Nailed that one. Let's move on from the controversy. Let's get on to the actual match itself. How about? Well, what are your thoughts, Jamabi?
I'm taking the positives out of this game. Like, I did have a little discussion with my sister when we was going out, and we just sort of come to the conclusion that we didn't really expect to be winning that game anyway. I mean, it would have been nice even to draw like at the last minute and stuff, but at the same time, like, West Ham lost 4-0, we lost 2-0, but it's basically a 1-0 with 10 men and stuff. I don't know, yeah. I think we played well, and it can only really look up from this going into the Watford game, albeit without Wan-Bissaka. So, I mean, I was a bit like salty that we lost 2-0, and obviously with all the penalty stuff, but I still think like you can take the positives away from that, especially like the way that Wan-Bissaka was playing. Like Van Aanholt had a good game, like everyone had a good game, maybe apart from Benteke possibly, but I'm sure we'll get onto that.
You know we will. How about you, Nikas?
In the first half, I don't think either team deserved to get a goal. We came closest with that amazing Andros Townsend shot, which, as per Andros Townsend, he actually got it mostly on target. It ricocheted off the crossbar, but that's an improvement for Andros. However...
It is a Townsend thing, isn't it?
Yes.
You get the ball, meter of space, about 30 yards out, gone. I like to imagine that Townsend has, the proverbial angel and devil on his shoulder, except the angel just is a deaf mute. The devil's like, just take a shot. Just do it, mate. Do it. He ain't going to say shit. Do it. Do it.
Well, Alpha wasn't saving shit, but the crossbar, it was on form.
It was a connection, though, to be fair. It was...
It was...
Made that beautiful pang noise.
Yeah, it shocked everyone around as well. It was all just like a...
We all expected Rosette to be picking it out. Instead, we're all sitting there going like, what the fuck? But no, I don't think either team really deserved. There was no quality chances. There were no real clear-cut chances. And literally the only time Liverpool broke us down was the penalty where Sacco got turned by Salah. But apart from that, Liverpool had real difficulty breaking us down. They didn't have that creative outlet. I think Fulham actually did a better job at breaking us down than that Liverpool side. It was shocking. And in the second half, it didn't really improve. Their second goal, 2-0 is a flattering scoreline to Liverpool because on another day, that's easily a draw.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have won, but on another day, that's easily a draw. 2-0 is very flattering to Liverpool.
We didn't have enough chances to consider it anything other than a draw, to be honest. We had that one freak Townsend shot, which
a couple goodwill crosses that no one got near.
Oh, that one that flashed across the penalty area later on. Oh.
That missed Sorloff, Meyer, and I think someone else.
Meyer absolutely threw himself at that. Like he was
Which
all
is
in
actually
on that cross.
It was very good commitment from him. More commitment than any other player. It was very nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to Meyer later.
We will. So yeah, it was a tough one. I thought we generally played really well. There were a couple of people that I wasn't so impressed with. Benteke we'll get on to. MacArthur had one of his weird MacArthur games where he just kind of ran around and didn't really do much.
That is any MacArthur game. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
When J-Mac's playing well, he'll be industrious and get stuck in. Whereas in this game, he was industrious with no actual end product. It was just him chasing around people in a circle. And
like a dog wagging its own tail. Chasing its own tail.
Do dogs tend to wag other dogs' tails? It's
if I got that analogy right the first time, it would have been better, but I didn't. So
the Benteke of making analogies. So MacArthur, not fantastic. Sacco, I didn't think was very good today.
No.
And of course, Sacco does a lot of stuff where you kind of shit yourself a bit because he's Mamadou Sacco. Nearly said Bakary because he's Mamadou Sacco and he just does stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
we discussed that with people around me as well. Like, I can't remember what he'd done. It was sort of coming near the end, and I just said, he's just so hilarious to watch. And the guy next to me was just like, everyone was just agreeing with each other. Like, exactly what you said. You just shit yourself.
That was that one when a cross came in and he just chested it back to the keeper.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's good.
Jesus Christ. On the other hand, his partner in defence, Tompkins, another great game. Really nice
really good blocks.
Yeah, last man tackle. Really just great game. Zaha was pretty much our best little game. Wan-Bissaka, fantastic.
Wan-Bissaka, until he got sent off, was amazing and probably our best defender.
Had to take the red card there. You know, it's just what you do for the team. I thought Schlupp was all right. The substitutes were interesting. So Ward was an enforced one. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. Surlot, my boy,
who didn't score,
I thought was pretty good. He scored in my heart. I thought he was good. He looked kind of full of running. He looked quick.
Full of running?
Yeah.
I don't know if he really even though I've got Surloff on my way shirt, remember, so he's kind of my boy as well. I'm not sure he was all right. I like him anyway, so I'm obviously going to be a bit biased. But there was at times where I think there was one time where someone next to me pointed it out as well. He just sort of saw the ball and was just like, fuck that, I ain't going to get that, and just left it. And he just it was 69.
Yeah, I think it's hard to tell with him because he's so big.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes he looks lazy when realistically he's just never going to get to the ball.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
But okay, we can leave that one aside. But even so, great, good little touches, brought people into play well.
Got in dangerous areas.
And probably as impressive was Max Meyer, who came in on the 82nd minute and proceeded to look really lively and sparky and full of creativity and great touch. Really promising stuff.
Honestly, he was the second best Palace player on the pitch for me, with only literally about a 12-minute cameo. He just did so much. He opened up space. He got the ball. There was a few times where you could see the physicality of this league sort of got to him and he got dispossessed by just being shrugged off. But if he turned people, he got into good spaces, delivered a really good cross, linked up actually well with Ward. Ward played a pinpoint pass to get him through, just didn't Meyer then just couldn't get it into the penalty area. But I think Meyer, once he gets completely match fit, could do absolute wonders for our creativity and our side.
Oh, can I do a shout out as well?
Absolutely.
For my other boy, Wayne Hennessy. Thought he had a good game. Apart from his bloody kicks. What is he?
Yeah, his
He
kicks
really,
suck.
really needs to go to get some archery targets up or something, because he is shit at kicking. And it's
He
starting
has
to.
no distribution.
It's just pissing me off. Like, you just see him, like, it's just like you've got clear, like, Zaha running at the wing, bang, and then like the other weight's like, way, like, it's just even we're doing that to our own keeper. It's just, yeah, it's bad.
we were talking about this actually, because last season he was directing out to the left wing a lot, and it was because that was where Loftus-Cheek was, and so you'd have him out on the left as this big 6'3" kind of attack midfielder, and theoretically that should work. You're up against an opposition right back, really not going to be that big, but it's because his kicking was so bad, it was just flying over his head, it was dropping too short. And we're having the same thing now, except now we don't even have the big guy out on the left. He's punting it up to like Schlupp and Townsend, and it's I don't get it. I don't understand whether he's doing it deliberately or whether he's just terrible at kicking. I don't know, but yeah, it's becoming quite bad, and I really hope that Gator's good at it.
Yeah.
He's Spanish, he will be.
It's like reverse racism.
It is a given. A player I want to shout out is our new club captain, actually, who's overtaken it from Punch.
Official
Luka Milivojevic. It was never announced. It just appeared in the pre-match programs. That's how everyone learned of it. But he had a really good game. He bossed the midfield. But one thing I do want to draw attention to is after the game, his comments about the penalty and the referee, basically calling out the referee, saying he had a bad job, which Luka it made my heart grow about 3 sizes. I just had to bring that up.
He's one of us, isn't he?
Luka is my boy.
In the match, like post-match interview or something.
Yes. He basically said they're human and it was never a penalty. He basically just called out the ref in the post-match.
Fair enough.
All right. So, with all those shout-outs, who was our man of the match?
We had one.
Ooh.
Oh, no, that's up to you. You pick, Jamabi.
Wan-Bissaka, I guess, before he went off. Actually, a bit cheating if he...
That is... No. That's... I mean, it is cheating a bit.
That's a ballsy choice.
That is a brave choice to pick a player who got sent off.
Well, then he took it for the team as well, like we were saying as well. So you can't... I mean, it was either maybe a 3-0 loss and him finish, or maybe actually he probably wouldn't have scored the second one after. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll go Wan-Bissaka.
Fair enough. Niakas?
I'm going to go for Benteke.
No.
On a serious note, I think I'm going to go for Wilf. He just was our best attacker. He got dispossessed a load of times, but he was the one that drove us forward the most. He won so many free kicks. Salah was fouling him. Literally every single one of them, when he got the ball, was having to foul him just because none of them could contain him. So it just has to go to Wilf, in my opinion. He was our best attacking threat. He put some dangerous balls into the box, which on another day create tap-ins. He was our most dangerous player, and I think it's man of the match for me.
I do think we should maybe start implementing a rule, because I know that Barcelona fans do this a lot.
Man of the match that isn't Messi, or
Exactly.
in our case, the man of the match that isn't Wilf Zaha.
Precisely. Maybe we should start doing that.
Well, then that makes my job a lot harder, because then I have to choose someone else, and I don't know who to choose. It would probably be Tompkins, actually.
Yeah, Tompkins was probably going to be my pick. Let's take the other end of the spectrum from man the match, because the Big Ben debate has once again reared its ugly, giant Belgian head. What to do with a problem like Benteke? Because we generally agreed that last week he was good against Fulham. He played well. He might not have scored, but he looked useful. He looked like a proper Premier League striker.
He looked dangerous.
Yeah. This week, he didn't.
It was light and day.
Yeah, he won 7 aerials, but he was dispossessed a bunch of times. In terms of his passing and ball retention, it was fairly shocking. I think he had one shot, and it was that shot, the shot that went, a billion
I
miles.
put that down. That was a cross,
Yeah,
mate.
that
That was
was
not a
bad.
shot.
I don't know. I think it was a shot because obviously I was right there, and he just.
Oh
looked
no,
so
I'm
pissed off.
joking. It was absolutely a shot.
Yeah,
but
no, he
it
just looked
looked
so
more
pissed
like a
off.
fucking cross.
It was terrible.
We did
And-
sing the Benteke song after to try and like get him up again, but I
Oh.
just think he was just sort of like so. You could just tell he was just like like just just.
It was lovely work to bring the ball down, to find himself in the space, to then just fuck it that badly.
Yeah, but that sums him up. That's how he's been for the past 14 months or however long
He's great
been bad
until
for.
he gets into a striker position, in which case he loses all skill.
And his hold-up play and his general facilitating of other players is really good. Generally, anyway.
But as soon as he has to be a striker, he shits the bed.
And I don't know how much we can continue to
accommodate
this, exactly. Especially with Sulot coming on and looking again like the greatest player that has ever lived.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus, we're just gonna have to live with it now.
But seriously, I don't know how much longer I can take. I know that you, Neocast, said you'll give him until Huddersfield.
I'm giving him to Huddersfield. I can defend him for a bit because he is a good utility player. He does actually do work. He can play balls into Wilf, and he does link up quite well with Wilf. However, if he goes lost like he did in this game, because I think the Fulham Benteke was first season Benteke, the Liverpool Benteke was second season Benteke. We cannot see more of that this season. We can't afford to drag along second season Benteke any longer. We need a goal threat. We didn't score enough goals last season, and that was very, very bad for us. We need someone who can score goals up front.
Well, maybe he'll realize, like, if Roy is more willing to
Oh
take
shit,
him
if
off,
I use my boots and actually aim the ball at the net, it goes in.
Or more just like if he's getting taken off and put on the bench, he might think, shit, I might have to actually start doing my job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're right. There's been a lack of viable competition for him. And
Soloff is viable competition.
Right, that's the thing. With Soloff now more and more being trusted by Roy, and with Ayew coming in.
I think he's more of a left mid in this
Ayew role. I mean, he's can play anywhere, really. They shunt him out onto the
centre
wings
back.
quite a lot. Why not?
How
about you, Gemma B? What's your take on the Benteke situation?
I mean, he was maybe going to be on my shirt this season, which I'm pretty glad that he wasn't. Just to give him a little shout out.
That?
Yeah, my sister was like, "No, because I have to go to every game with you, and it's just embarrassing." It was bad for Chung Young Lee. So
your sister is a wise person.
So yeah, I was banned from putting Benteke on my shirt because I just wanted to. I don't know. It's because I went to that preseason friendly as well, and I don't know. He was just a different player then. And I really thought he was going to be better, and I sort of agree with you guys about.
He found the level of opposition he can play against.
Well, yeah, basically, I thought he was good at Fulham as much as I don't even remember half of that game, but I thought he was good at Fulham, and coming into this game, it's just I don't know. You can just hear it in the crowd. Like everyone wants him to be good, but everyone is just so gutted when he just fucks up every single time, and it's just always the same stupid crap, like just losing possession so easily. Like you said, like Neocast was saying, as soon as he gets into sort of the striker position, then it's just like he just switches off, and it's just like why, and it's so annoying. And I mean, the crowd, like I was saying, like it was singing his song, trying to get him to like perk up, and then shortly after that, he was off, substituted anyway. So I think that's going to be the only way that he will learn is by literally just don't let him start, let Soloff start, and then bring Benteke on and see him. I think I'm pretty sure I said this on the pod last season as more of like a Giroud, like he comes on and more of an impact, like he'll go mad because he'll have all his energy. We'll see. I'm sure Roy knows what he's doing with him.
Yeah, I think that's fair. One thing I do want to clarify though, Neocast, is you said you'd give him until Huddersfield to prove himself.
Yes.
Now, what does that mean? Does that mean score? Does that mean play well?
Score and play well. He needs to get on the goal He needs to start being a striker for us. And like I said in the previous pod, in the Huddersfield game, he's going to need to make up for Hennessy's blunder that's going to happen then, which brings on Gata into the team.
Anyway, I touched earlier on a couple of the positive points. We were looking at some of the new players and how they were bedding in, and Max Meyer and Surlot. Going forward, how, if at all, do you reckon our team will change and accommodate these fellas, Neocas?
Well, considering where we saw Meyer play today, I think it'll be Maka gets dropped for Meyer and Schlupp for Ayew, and then Gata in for Hennessy. I think that's the main changes. Obviously, for the next while, unless the red card is rescinded, which I hope it is, Ward will play right back.
Are we dropping Benteke for Surlot?
I don't think he'll be dropped for the next few games because these are winnable games, and I think Roy will like to give him a chance to prove himself. But I think, like I say, sometime after Huddersfield, a few games after Huddersfield, he'll get dropped for Surlot if he hasn't scored by then. Because Roy will even recognise we need someone in who can score.
Yeah, that's fair. How about you, Jamabi?
Yeah, I sort of agree that Mayer might come in, but I'm not sure because was it Schlupp that went off for him today?
Mm-hmm. It was, yeah.
Yeah, so I quite like Schlupp, but at the same time, I don't know if
Schlupp's played well this season. I think against Fulham, he was one of our better players, and today I thought he was pretty good generally.
Yes, but one thing I will say about that substitute is Meyer was playing nowhere near Schlupp's position.
No, he wasn't.
He was playing centre midfield to the right-hand side where Maka was.
Uh-huh.
So I think it was just we changed up formation a bit at that point to be more attacking with 10 men.
It was a little bit strange, wasn't it? Because theoretically, because J-Mac was on the right and Luca was on the left. And we put Meyer on, and he kind of ended up as almost like a second striker. I mean, part of it was because we were pushing forward and trying to get a goal, so you can't really read too much in the position when that's happening. But even so.
Yeah, and Kouyaté probably, I don't know, more than Ayew. I don't know if he's had more time with the team, if he'll, come on. I've had a couple of people at work were probably saying, don't know why West Ham got rid of him. He's a good player and stuff like that. So I don't really know much about the guy, to be fair, but I'm hoping that, I mean, we've got more options now in regards to what teams that we're facing. I don't know if you want Ayew up instead of Kouyaté, or if you want Schlupp to be a bit faster down the wing and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is I think this bench versus Liverpool, in our entirety of us being in the Prem, that was the best bench we've ever had.
So the bench, for clarity, was Gaeta, Kelly, Kouyaté, Ayew, Meyer, Surlot, and Ward. Which I think you're right, actually. That's probably one of the better benches we've ever had.
I think it's the best in the Premier League era. I honestly think, while we've been in the top flight in the Prem, I think that's been our best bench ever.
I'd say so. I'm quite interested in the idea of Kouyaté, because I do quite like him. He was, when he first turned up for West Ham for about the first season and a half, he was really good. Like this proper all-action, energetic midfielder, got around the place, big, strong fella, could play at centre-back as well if you needed him to. And he sort of fell off after that for another season and a half, really. He was quite bad. One of those things where his touch kind of deserted him. He still ran around a lot, but he had that aforementioned MacArthur issue of ineffective energy. He's apparently, by all accounts, from the Hammers fans that I know, a very nice fella and a good laugh on social media, so that's always a plus. So I'd like to see him get involved a bit, if only because I'm getting a bit tired of J-Mac. And
J-Mac's looking a bit tired, considering he is the wrong side of 30.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that was kind of an interesting little discussion point, talking about it collectively, Palace fans, about the state of the atmosphere in the lead up to this game. Because obviously we've had a vaunted atmosphere since we came up. But so much of that was down to the Holmesdale fanatics, who have, by all accounts, had a bit of a falling out with the club. Now, I'm not too up to date with this. I'm not sure whether either of you guys know too much about it.
I can provide a bit of a synopsis.
All right, go ahead. It is at this point, dear listeners, we take a short interlude to relax and prepare for the coming monologue. Coming up is Neocast's overview of the Holmesdale Fanatics' ongoing debate with the club about their seating location and subsequent disbanding. However, despite actually knowing what he was talking about for the first time in his life, Neocast is not a smart man, so made a bit of a mistake with his wording, and then he kept making that mistake. Jammerby and I, as good casters, decided to just let him run with it for a while instead of correcting him, and the end result is Neocast taking 2 minutes out of his day to inadvertently call the entire Holmesdale Fanatics organisation a sort of footballing dad's army. So please, sit back and enjoy this train wreck, as Neocast decides that he really likes the term home front.
Basically what it is either the club or the home front. One of the two asked for the Fanatics to be moved behind the goalpost like they would be in Wembley to recreate that atmosphere and try and get the whole of the stand singing with them because they're in a more central position. However, once the club then tried to ask those fans in that area, the long-term season ticket holders, etc., just went, no, we don't want to move for them. Why should we move when we've had this seat for X amount of years, for X amount of time? And they said no. Then the club was like, sorry, you can't do it. And then just pulled away and said, you're just going to have to stay where you are. And then the home front got a bit annoyed about this. The home front are saying they were never going to force people out. The club's saying they shouldn't have to. And it's a case of, we don't know which side initiated contact, because the home front are saying the club are saying the home front. We don't know. But it's basically got to the point where both have started throwing mud at each other. They've calmed down for the start of the new season, and the home front have now dispersed and taken up seating arrangements all around the stands. So the atmosphere then sort of, in a way, gets diminished because you don't have a single block of singing people in a group. But that's sort of the gist of it, and now it's a case of the regular fans don't really have the full story from either the club or the Fanatics, and you don't know which story to believe because you don't know which side initiated contact, because that's probably the biggest deciding point here.
I'm just gonna point something else. When you said home front,
Yeah,
like
well, shut up.
8 or 9 times, what?
I was like, what the fuck?
You're trying to make the Fanatics out to be some
I
kind
was
of
at a bar and I'm still drinking.
like, are they some kind of
Holmesdale
neo-Nazi
Fanatics.
organization now? What is this?
Shut up! Holmesdale Fanatics. I apologize.
You should.
Yes, I very much should. But it's a case of no one knows who initiated contact, and both sides basically fucked it up.
That is a tricky situation. Because in an ideal world, you'd want them behind the goal, because that's where they reckon they can do the most good, and I'm sure that's right. And they are a big asset to us, off and on the pitch. I mean, I won't pretend that I haven't had quite a lot of disagreements with them over the years.
The drum.
Oh, there's just a bunch of things. They get so up themselves occasionally, but they're a net positive for the club.
But you can't force
force
people who've been there
yeah,
for donkeys to move,
or even anyone who's
club
been
can
there for
or
1
the
year.
home or the home front. And it's a case of, I think both sides have fucked it. I've done it again. Why is home front on my mind? I've been playing game. Sorry, that's not home front. What's the game? You know what? Just fuck it.
Wow.
The Holmesdale Fanatics. Jesus Christ! I shouldn't drink before these.
I'll say my little bit because
Yes,
obviously,
please go ahead.
I've had big disagreements with the Holmesdale Fanatics in 2 seasons ago when they kept taking our seats and wouldn't let us sit there because apparently it was all reserved, even though we had the season ticket. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I agree. Like you can't really move anyone, and sort of like what you were saying, Nick. Like even if we had been there for 1 season, they wanted to move us, we'd be like, no, sort of thing. Like it doesn't matter how long you've been there; it's your seat.
That's your
what
seat.
we tried to say when they were taking our seat a couple of seasons ago, sort of thing. So from today's game's atmosphere, though, I think it's different because it was a Monday as well. It's
always going to be down on a Monday.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I only had 2 drinks, so take that into account. At Fulham, I was pretty much absolutely dead singing my heart out sort of thing. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting in our next home game, which is Southampton, right? How the atmosphere is, because in a way, I actually preferred it, because remember, to the right of me, I'm in Block C, so to the right of me is where Block B is with all of them guys at the bottom, and usually the drums just constantly going and just going like mental, and they're singing the same song for about 15 minutes, and you just want to be like, shut up, like it just grinds on you in the end. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean, because if they're always at that level, there's nowhere for them to go. It's like you can't raise an atmosphere when the atmosphere is already just kind of a constant dull thudding.
Yeah,
You know?
it does actually end up like that the drum is louder than the singing at most times. And I mean, the drum is annoying when you're close to it, but at the same time, I think we kind of miss it, because there was times where it was like the song was sung about 3 times in 3 different places until the clapping started. No one knew where the song was. But one thing I will say is that, especially in my block, I was really surprised that the amount of people that were actually singing now. It just seems like it spurred people on, that the fact that the fanatics are gone is that everyone around us wants to sing more. And I was like, me and my sister were saying, like, this is so much better that everyone is singing, and we were like singing our hearts out and stuff. And usually we'll sing like the first couple of lines, and then the fanatics will just take it off with the drum, and it just gets boring after like you've sung the same thing 100 times, and you basically just want to kill yourself by the end of it anyway. So yeah, I mean, there's good and bad to it. I think the atmosphere might have suffered, but it was a Monday game, so we'll see what happens on the Saturday game for the next home game, and see if people are a bit more jolly with a bit more drink and stuff. But,
that would be nice. I mean,
yeah,
it's a Monday, isn't it? At the end of the day, you're never going to get the right kind of atmosphere for it.
We survived without them for many years with a good atmosphere, so who knows?
Yeah, I think you got a point. I don't know. It would be nice to have them back, even though I do disagree with them quite a lot. I don't want them to be gone. I think they kind of give us quite a lot. They kind of add quite a lot to us as a club on and off the pitch. So hopefully this can all be resolved, and next season we can all get back to having, moaning about them being cocks off the pitch. All right. One last thing. Predictions for next week. We have Watford away on the 26th. So we've got a little less time to prepare for this game.
2 televised games in a row.
Yeah, look at that, hitting the big time. Watford, of course, have actually started the season rather well. 2 wins, knocking off Brighton, hooray. And Burnley away this weekend just gone. That was actually a 3-1 win. If I remember correctly, Gray, Deeney, and Hughes all scored. Hughes' goal was very nice. Anyway, Watford, Jammer, what do you reckon? What's the score?
I'm not even worried in the slightest. I reckon even like a 2-0. I reckon we'll beat them. I wouldn't even be worried about that game in the slightest. I don't know why. I just really retardedly confident about that. But
have you seen their form?
Nah, it don't matter, man.
Okay.
It don't matter.
That's what we like to hear.
Oh.
Yeah, if you've seen our form, we'd be doing all right. Like, ain't all right. Yeah, it's not bad. We'll see. I'm confident we'll win. 2-0.
Fair enough. Nearcast.
2-1. Deeney scores first. Benteke scores a header off a Ward cross. And then in the 92nd minute, Wilf scores to make it 2-1.
You're both wrong.
It'll be 40-second to halftime is when Deeney will score. Benteke will score in the 60th to 70th minute, and then Wilf in extra time.
This is elaborate planning out here.
I have envisioned this in my mind. In my drunken stupor, I've envisioned this.
I will tell you what's going to happen, though.
Solon is not scoring! I already know what you're going to say. He's not.
So Deeney isn't going to score because he's a donkey.
Well, he's already scored this season.
Yeah, but he's still a donkey. He's not going to score. Someone like Pereira will score. And then Wilf will fall over in the box. A complete dive.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
And he'll get us a penalty, and Luke will put that away. And then 15 minutes later, Surlot will score. winning us 2-1 up and winning us the game. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you. Benteke will start the game, by the way. Surlot will come on as a sub at around 65th minute. It's going to happen. My boy's going to do me proud. I'm telling you. All right?
I'm surrounded by these people. Alex with Benteke, you with Sorlot, Jamibi with Chung Young Lee for some reason.
I mean, at least we know that the Holmesdale Fanatics' actual name is the Holmesdale Fanatics.
Shut up! I know that they're called the Holmesdale Fanatics. I'm just very drunk.
Anyway, yes, Jamibi.
The Liverpool fans at the end. What? I don't know if it showed it on the telly. What the fuck was the flares about? Really? Like, you're beating us 10. They're like, yeah, we beat Palace 10 men. Fucking get the flares, lads. It's like, why? Like,
they actually had flares. That wasn't shown on TV.
There was 2 flares on the field at the end. I remember walking up and looking around and just thinking, everyone was like booing them and just being like, what are you doing? Like, literally, what are you doing? But I mean, if that's their new, like, they're so proud of beating Palace 10 men that they have to start flaring the field.
They beat us the past 4 times they played us.
That's proper Tim Pot stuff, that is. Imagine cracking out the flares. Cracking out the flares against the bottom half side, who they scraped past when the side had 10 men.
You just don't expect it from Liverpool.
Fucking hell. Shocking.
And the burger van's gone. I can't believe it. Like, you know, when you come in from the Homesdale, like on the right,
from the home front.
Just in the home front stand.
Jesus Christ.
The burger van's gone. Couldn't believe it, because now you have to get them cold shit like rubber bullet burgers.
I can't believe Benteke's outlasted a burger van. This is horrific.
Oh, and the super draw's gone on up to £2 instead of £1 as well. But you win £2,000 instead of £1,000. So, and you know the lucky number out of the program gone. Or if it was there, I didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure it's gone. So
I don't know. £2's a bit much, isn't it? Like £1, that's a throwaway amount of money, but £2, you're getting into like shit burger kind of territory.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh yeah, but you win £2,000 now instead of £1,000. It's like, yeah, but you're not going to win anyway. But
yeah, exactly. I'm paying twice as much money for equally 0 chance of winning.
And one more shout out. I don't know if you guys have seen the halftime challenge thing that they do with the kids. I always shout this out. It's so hilarious, but the guy, like the Liverpool guy, missed, and then the Palace guy scored. And he literally just breezed to the Liverpool fans, done one of these stupid Fortnite dances, but everyone was just creasing. Like, it was just, even the Liverpool fans were just clapping him. They were just like, yeah, fair enough for that. Like, so silly. Yeah, we won that anyway. But
you ever seen that happen with ice hockey?
Nah,
it is wonderful. Nah. They get the kids out. They put them in giant padded suits so they look like sumos, and just have them just smash into each other. It's incredible. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, that will be the end of a relatively short pod. We will see you all next week for... Yes?
Thankfully, Jamibi has recovered from his time in the Thames.
I'm not sure you've recovered from being dropped on your head as a child. But next week, we will be playing Watford on Sunday, and we will presumably have a pod out soon after that. So thank you, everybody, and good night.
See you later.
Home front.
Shut the fuck up. I really shouldn't drink before these.
I didn't know whether to type because like Nick wasn't saying anything, and then I had to just be like,
Nick,
"What is the home front?" Like,
sitting there.
Just out of it? Like,
I was ready to pile up.
Why did you allow the train wreck to happen? Why didn't you say it the first chance home front, and then I would have corrected myself?
Because
I've been playing that game recently. It's just fucking dumb.
I corrected you, and then you said it again, so clearly you wouldn't have.
I know, because it was on my mind. Because the thing is, you let me say it 8 times beforehand, so it just became fucking natural. As soon as you said home front, my brain just went, oh, I'm a knob.
Oh, This is all going in the outro, by the way.
Walking down the home front road to see the planet.
I think I'm going to take a break from these pods for the next rest of the